Live paste. Charge! Charge, you raggedy bastards! What's going on, you fucking Polacks? Oh, sorry, that's only, Mark! Mark. Dun 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 dun! Charge! Charge! As I'm trying to fucking clean a goddamn, my fucking drip tip. The shit sucks donkey dick. There we go. Ah! Oh, let me bring you up. There we go.
Hey!
There's that handsome man who looks like a Viking.
What's up?
Same old shit, just different day. What's up with you?
You see it?
Getting high like always.
Yeah, I saved it. I knew the show was coming up, so I said, I'll get high for the show.
Yeah, I literally sat there the entire time. I'm like, I forgot there was a show. His show texted me. She's like, there's no show today, is there? I was like, fuck me, I forgot the fucking time.
I assumed you had a doctor's appointment.
Nah, I was in the middle of helping the old man with stuff around the house, and then I got told his sister was coming, and then we had to go out for some stuff.
No, it's just as important, so.
Nah. Not when you don't get along with her.
Doesn't matter if you get along with her. Respect, you know?
Yeah. You got a point there. Damn it, Jim, I hate when you're right.
I know, me too.
Well, I guess that's just the perks of being a genius. And I'm lucky your wife didn't hear me on that.
I'll let her hear you.
That was, Jim, I'll take back that compliment that I just gave you.
Well, if she's hitting you, she ain't hitting me, so.
How's things up there in Maine?
Better today. It's not quite as hot.
That's good. Because it is right now, weather-wise, 84 right now.
It's got to be close to 80. I bet you it's high 70s.
Yeah, it's going to be in the 80s, low to high 80s the entire fucking week.
79, yeah, it's 79 right now.
But I have to say, thank God it's not snowing.
Yeah, thank God it ain't snowing.
Honest God, that's all I can say is thank God it's not snowing.
But I wouldn't mind snow-like temperatures.
Right. But not too cold.
You're a big boy. You got insulation. You got clothes. You can put them on. You're
right,
grown now.
Right, but Jim, when it's like negative 16 degrees, no.
Oh, no, I don't mean it has to be that cold. No, I don't have to be cold as which is asshole. But I'm saying 40, 50 degrees.
Right. 40, 50 degrees, okay.
Yeah, that'd be reasonable.
Like 20, 30.
Actually, let's bump it up to 60. That way the heating bill and cooling bill is just equal.
Yeah.
And,
But I remember when it was like fucking, I think Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, my father and I was going to a fucking bakery and everything to get something to bring, just to bring to his friend's house. Dude, it was like negative 6 degrees. I was like, I am never going outside when it's like this again. You can suck a donkey's asshole.
I used to go ice fishing in that temperature.
I don't even know how Eskimos could live in that weather. I honestly
get used to it. You get used to it and you take your precautions. Hey, how are you doing, Cheryl?
Like that type of weather is just too cold for me. It really is.
I gotta admit, the older I get, the more I don't like the extreme cold. like I said, 0 degrees, 10 below,
Right.
be nothing. I'd go ice fishing, wouldn't mind. I'd go
Alright,
hunting,
Cheryl.
wouldn't bother me.
No, but yeah, and also, Jim, the older you get, the crankier you get.
Oh, that's true. But the crankier I choose to be. I don't have to be pleasant anymore. I don't have to make friends anymore. I
Well,
get
well,
enough.
technically, you didn't choose the cranky lifestyle. The cranky lifestyle chose you.
That's true. That's true. I was kind of thrust into it.
Exactly. But how's the government? Your government up there? I knew the minute I would have asked, you would have fucking.
Made me choke on that one. Between we got, yeah, no, it ain't looking good. I guess we're gonna vote in Susan Collins again because, yeah, the
Is that
alternative
bitch
is
even
just
good
not right.
anyway?
What's that?
Is she even good anyway as a governor, mayor?
Well, no, she's our senator. Our governor's not running again, so we're gonna. I don't know what they're gonna get for dipshit for governor.
But knowing you, Jim, you're gonna want somebody that's actually gonna want to fucking do something about shit
Yeah,
and not just fucking run.
but traditionally we always end up going blue. We've got just enough liberals in our three big cities to control the vote.
Right,
So it's just the way it goes. That's kind of like you guys in New York. You got a lot of liberals. I mean,
fucking
a
libtards.
lot of conservatives, but you got just enough liberals to cancel you out.
Yeah, but at the same time, I personally, Jim, I feel like yes, we have our fair share of Republicans, we have our fair share of Democrats here in New York, but I just personally feel like the, the liberal motherfuckers and the lefties just consume everything.
Well, because we're outnumbered. Because
Exactly.
after your generation, all right, I'm not giving your generation a pass by
Right.
any means. But after your generation, that's when the brainwashing truly
Yeah.
started going on. And these are the kids now that are coming into voting age.
Right.
So now they outnumber us
Oh yeah, definitely.
because they got two generations against one.
Don't get me wrong. Okay, yes, and I've stated this before. You know, did I like Obama during his first term? Yes. You know, but that's personally, and mind you, when he became president, I had just started fucking middle school.
I was going to say that just shows the age gap because no, I didn't like Obama at all, but for different reasons.
Right.
Because I was 30 years old, you were six. You know what I'm
I was
saying?
12 when I was into middle school when he was
Okay, well, you
governor.
were 12 and I was 40, so
Yeah.
there was a big difference in the way we viewed things.
Right.
But I get what you're saying.
Like don't get me wrong. I liked Obama because of the fact that he was the first colored president to become president. You know what I'm saying? And the guy knows how many years of us having a president. We've never had a colored president until Barack Obama went into office.
And I'm going to stop you right there because that's the wrong way to look at it. Yes, it was a great milestone, but that shouldn't even be considered. Shouldn't
Right,
even be
but
considered.
it's gonna lead into what I was gonna say next. Yes, it was a good milestone, like you just said. But here's the downfall to that. That's where I personally felt like we were fucking corrupted, if not the whole corruption started. Because as you know, as my generation was going into fucking middle school and then high school type and everything, that's where the corruption mainly
Well,
started.
it didn't start. That's where it festered up where you noticed it now. It
Yeah.
was always there. It was like that lingering infection that nobody knows you have until all
Yep.
of a sudden you got a boil on your ass. You
And then
know?
what? And then once fucking people like Joe Biden and fucking Mandani and
Yeah.
Chris Christie, you know,
Obama paved the way for those guys.
exactly. That's where all the lying still, occurred. With them saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do X, Y, and Z. Oh, this, that, and the third." But once they got into office, did this shit happen? No. Okay, yes, Obama did the right thing, but making the Obama phone and Obamacare shit for fucking some of the elderly people that can't fucking afford shit, and some of the homeless people that can't afford shit. That's the only fucking good thing that he did. But
Yeah.
leading up to now, I have not seen one good thing happen. Not one good thing. Okay, yes, do not get me wrong, and we've said this on numerous episodes already of the show that we've been doing. Yes, when Trump first got into his first term, he did the right thing by shutting down the country. The country. Okay, I'll give him that
Well, he didn't shut the country down.
because of COVID.
No, he didn't shut the country down. In fact, he was against shutting the country down. Fauci was the one that made recommendations. The states did it themselves. The
That's
federal
another the fucking
government
kids,
never shut anything down.
right? And then they saw how bad shit got, and
Yeah. It wasn't until Biden took over that's when mandatory became a word.
yep. And that's when fucking prices, the prices of everything still skyrocketed. Oil, gas, food, everything.
Well,
Which still,
prices are going to go up for two reasons. One, normally they go up because, shit gets expensive. It's harder for them to get it. And two, these fucking idiots are paying the prices. Why would the restaurant bring them down? Why would McDonald's lower their prices? Because you idiots are going there buying the Big Mac anyway.
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it is
but
insurance.
but with the way my father and some other people had a label, like try to teach me how, like, why the prices of food, like for example, eggs, why the fuck it was going up. Fucking, I got told it was because, oh, you have to look at it this way: if the prices of gas and food goes up, not gas, but oil and gas goes up,
Yeah,
the prices of everything else has to go up. So
yeah,
once people are charging a higher price for gas and oil, that's when the government's got to change the prices on everything else.
yeah. But he's exactly right because that fuel starts to show. Because to get that chicken, I have to have grain. So somebody has to bring me that grain. Either I cut
Yep.
it myself in my own field, which takes a tractor, which takes gasoline, or it takes a
Right.
truck to bring it to me, which takes fuel. So that's your first cost. Then
Right.
comes the cost of the grain. Well, the guy that cuts the grain for you, he's paying fuel, he's paying his workers. So there's your second. You know what I'm saying? It just snowballs. But if I say, okay, I'm going to give you $2 an egg, I'm going to bitch all day, but I'm paying it. Why would I drop the price? You're dumb enough to pay me.
Oh
I'm
no,
not.
I know, and I get that, especially since we were getting the oil and the gas from a completely different fucking country. You know, and don't get me wrong, I do see Trump's perspective on it, that he wants us as a country to, get our own,
Oh
oil,
no,
get
he
our,
wants to poke holes all through America and sell our fuel. It's going to take time because Biden administration and Obama, they spent time destroying the oil industry, restricting the drilling. They wanted refineries, they wanted to bring in oil, but they didn't want to drill their own oil.
then they should come to New York and going into New Jersey. Fucking every time they try to work on those fucking bridges, it smell like ass.
Doesn't it? Oh,
Fucking just going from New Jersey to Staten Island, it smell like ass every single fucking time.
that asphalt. Well,
Yeah, come to find out they were fucking dredging and shit like that. Like, it fucking
all the
stinks.
all the decayed mud and shit.
Stunk.
Yeah,
Like I'll talk about it. It smelled so bad. It smelled like a dead body.
yeah, yeah. It will.
Like that wasn't a pleasant smell. I'm like, I don't want to sit there smell this on a Sunday afternoon or a Sunday morning.
You imagine being a poor bastard that's on that dredge.
Right.
Oh,
But I'll give them now. Ever since they put up that new Gothos bridge that my father was telling you about, it don't smell like that. And
hey,
nowadays,
Tim.
Mick, you shut your mouth.
Hey, Nick.
He said, press N and make me a sandwich. You make it yourself.
If she can make you a sandwich, you did it wrong.
Exactly. No, but yeah, it's just, it's just one of those things, as a president, you should know for a fact, okay, we gotta go get oil and gas from this place, pay this price for it. Okay, not a problem. But just keep the price of everything else the fucking same. There's literally no reason to fucking fuck with the economy and shit like that. Get everybody else
Well,
pissed the fuck off.
well, they think there is, and these liberals don't think there's a consequence to $25 minimum wage. You keep raising the minimum wage, and that cost goes somewhere.
Which is why that's another reason why they keep raising the prices for all the other shit. It's because these dumbass people keep saying, "Oh, I need this amount of money for minimum wage. Oh, this, oh that." Like, shut up. At the end of the day, you know, you're not gonna get it. You know you're not gonna get it. There's no point you even saying you're gonna get it. You know. Correction, Cheryl. You were supposed to be making me coffee. I've been waiting for over 3 weeks.
But
But
there's no reason we can't make our own food, make our own gas. We could make so much food that it would be so cheap,
exactly. But
but we
that's the
just don't
thing.
want them.
That's the thing, though, Jim. All the ingredients that we would mainly need to get from the store is just so fucking expensive to make our own food.
That's where I think you're too young. You probably don't remember government cheese, government peanut
No,
butter.
no,
That's where that program came from. Because back during the Reagan days and the heyday,
right,
they didn't restrict the milk farmers. They didn't
right,
say stop making milk. So we had a surplus. So they said,
right.
what are we going to do with it? Well, let's not sell it. They made cheese. Now what are we going to do with all this cheese? We're going to give it to the people.
Now they
That's
have
what they
now
did.
now they have government programs to where they're fucking giving not only dairy products to people, but they're giving fucking produce like chicken, steak,
Yeah.
and shit like that to everybody else.
But how hard would it be to let that corn farmer grow a full field of corn and let him sell it? If what he can't sell, the government buys up, grinds up, makes flour, makes whatever you make
Exactly,
out of corn, liquor, ethanol, and then
exactly my point.
I just don't see the sense in restricting. And
Okay,
then
and that's the thing, Jim. That's where I'll give it to these farmers. They get to grow their own food and not have to worry about going to the store and buying their own shit when they have all the necessary shit right on their property. I'll give them that.
but all these kids are worried about socialism and communism. That's what we need to do. If that's so important to you, let's give my way a try. Let the farmer grow. Let the guy that builds the mailboxes build his mailboxes.
Exactly.
Let the woman who sews dresses sew dresses. Stop restricting these people. Let them bring their shit to the public, and the economy will take care of itself.
And I can guarantee you, Jim, half these farmers are making hundreds of thousands of dollars based off these fucking, the commercials that they're doing for the juices. All the they're making all this money off of fucking all the shit that they're selling, like the corn, the animals, and all this other shit. They're
Yeah.
making all this money off of that, and then they want to sit there and keep complaining afterwards. Oh, I don't have any more money left because you keep buying all the same shit from everybody else. No wonder why you don't have any cattle left. No wonder why you don't have any fucking chickens left.
Yep.
And on top of that, it's like some of these, you know, documentaries that you see online, right? Not online, but on TV, right? Half these farmers are so stupid that they fall for the simplest shit. Where say they get a whole herd of cattle, right, for steaks, whatever. They don't realize until the last second that some of the cattle are sick and dying, which that's a waste of money on their part because of the fact that they got a sick cattle.
But This brings up. See now we could go down a rabbit hole we gonna get lost in,
Oh
because
yeah,
now you
sure.
got to ask yourself, as many times as it's happened with the chickens, with the cows. I think they did it to the pigs once or twice.
Even the deer.
Many times as they say, "Oh, wait a minute, they're diseased, kill the herd." How many times is that made up?
At
Because
least over a handful of
the
times.
government can control the populace by food. That's the easiest way.
Yep,
You control the food, you control the people.
exactly.
You know, you're bitching that we're paying, $8 for a carton of eggs, but
Now it's like
nobody's
$12.
looking at why. Because you killed fucking 3 farms of chickens. Because I didn't see any vet report saying that there was bird flu there or whatever that killed them.
Exactly. Or whatever fucking type of disease it is for the
Yeah,
cows.
how would you know? All I know is what they're telling me.
Exactly. And then they're sitting there saying, oh, well, half this herd of cows was just foaming at the fucking mouth. That's
Yeah,
not
but
even
how do
fucking
you
true.
know? Oh yeah, all you know is what they told you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, that, and once that happens, that's when every single person in America that wants food like steak and shit like that for the house, that's when they go fucking insane and get all fucking pissed off. Well, when the fuck am I gonna get all that shit?
But look what they're doing now to the produce.
Yep.
Now everybody's afraid to eat produce during what? Harvest season? This is when we start harvesting lettuce and tomatoes and cucumbers, and people are scared to eat them because they don't want to poop themselves.
Exactly. They don't want to have that fucking diarrhea crap
Yeah.
and
But
everything
what
else.
better way to hurt the industry than to, hey, I'm just going to put this in here. I'm not buying lettuce. I want a salad so bad, but I ain't eating a salad.
Exactly. I mean, Jim, look at you and I, for example. We both love our steak. We both love our bacon and everything. And you and I are both in the same fucking boat. We want a salad? Yes, but are we gonna eat it? No.
Well, I can live on my hamburger and canned vegetables until the poop disease is gone. Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's an awful convenient time for it to come around.
No, that you're not wrong. It's the same shit with the whole swine flu bullshit, and everything else like that. It's like, bro,
Hey Neil,
fucking enough with the shit already. What's going on, Neil? But it's like enough with this shit because in all reality though, Jim, half the shit that these idiots are coming up with, half the shit's fucking made up. Look at the fucking Ebola shit that they had back in 2015, 11 years ago.
Ebola's a thing. It's just not the thing they want it to be. You know what I mean?
Right,
Yeah,
but
it's a nasty disease, but it's not the thing they
no,
think
no,
it is.
no, but look at it this way. From 11 years ago, when we first started hearing about it, if not 12 years ago, straight all the way to now, they were all making fucking crack jokes about it.
Oh yeah, that's
They
what was
still
going to
are.
kill us. Ebola, yeah, you got Ebola, you cough, you sneeze, yeah.
It's just it's this, like I said, it's the same shit with the whole Zika virus shit. Who was the first fucking person to get Zika virus? Who was the first person to get Ebola? Like I said, half this shit that they're doing, personally, I feel like it's all made up because they're doing it because of the simple fact that they don't know what else to do. But yet, everyone was still able to go out then, do what they got to do, go home. We weren't doing 6 feet. We weren't fucking doing any of that bullshit. But once COVID, came about, okay, now everybody wants to take shit seriously, and now everybody's 6 feet doing 6 feet and all this, other shit. And then what's the fucking next thing that they're gonna come out with? They're gonna call it, oh, you're gonna catch the dumbass association. And then everybody's gonna have to split. Oh yeah, if you catch that disease, you're gonna become a dumbass.
Yep.
But then
I
again,
think that's been around running rampant for a while now.
but like you've always told me every single night, Jim, you can't fix fucking stupid.
Not even with duct
You
tape.
really cannot fix stupid. Ranjit got Ebola. I don't even know who the fuck Ranjit is. And Jim, and speaking of dumbass, Jim, you know it's like half these people that you be using things like dot mods, which we all know comes with the pod kit, the pod tank for it. Some of the newer people that want to try the fucking RBAs and shit like that never try RBA, never try RTA, RDA, whatever. They wonder why their shit's leaking and shit like that. Well, it's because you're a fucking senior dumbass that doesn't know how to fucking put a proper build in. And I was just talking about that with somebody else last time because they got that new Thundercloud Monarchy RBA that for fucking dot mod.
They're still making RBAs?
For dot mod, yeah.
I mean, okay, RBA. Never mind. I'm thinking, I don't know.
Yeah, Thundercloud collabed with Monarchy and they came out with an RBA for dot mod. But fucking, don't get me wrong, the RBA for the new RBA that came out with the dot mod looks very, very similar to the ones for the billet box, but just a small, way too small for my own personal liking.
Yeah, there comes a point where it starts getting too small. I get compact, I get elegant, but
Even some of the normal fucking RBAs for billet box, it's too small. It's like some people like myself like do like the thought of a smaller RBA like the sturdy one. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, now you're just making everything way too fucking small. I believe, Cheryl, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but Six Pack Kid, he has an RBA called the Micro 2. It's made by a company called Control. Fucking small as shit. The whole top cap small. The deck is small. Chimney's super fucking tall as shit. But it gives you more juice capacity. Okay, I understand you want more juice capacity and shit like that, but it's to a point. Enough with the small shit.
yeah, but my biggest thing, the smaller it is, the better, the worse it heats up.
That they said the same thing about all titanium products too. All titanium products are the worst.
Because, like I'm a chain vapor. I don't just take a vape. I take two or three, four at a time. And that really heats up an atomizer.
Yeah, the titanium is the worst too because the fact that it heats up way too quick,
I can imagine
and
titanium
then you're fucking
engines.
stuck burning yourself. I know this from based off all the conversations I've had with Cheryl and Six Pack Kid himself. When it comes to like titanium products like RBAs and shit like that. So I know the feeling, even though I don't own anything titanium. And I was planning on getting something titanium, but I want to try and see how that goes after a while.
Oh, I like titanium, but it does get hot. It's a conductor.
Yeah, it's a heat conductor.
Mm.
Once you keep chain vaping it, you know you're fucked.
But then again, I know I chain vape. I know my atomizer is going to get hot, so I just try not to do it as much. It's a
Now
trade
my
off.
now my question is, even though yes, I've been vaping for now going on 5 years, is that the same thing with PCCG? Does that shit get hot?
Oh yeah, everything gets hot.
Because I do know with stainless steel, once you keep pulsing the coil and everything, and you get all that juice going, it's fucking stainless steel is astronomically high. And Cheryl, I have to agree with you on that because that's what I'm running right now. I may have to put a new build in because my Dave Watman coil that's in it supposed to be like a .3 something, but now it's rated at a .49 all the way to fucking .5.
Yeah, it's degrading. That's all.
But I still vape my shit over at 35 watts. I don't vape anything higher than that.
Yeah, I vape right around 38 watts. Yeah, 39.
Okay, unless if I'm doing mouth to lung, which I'll never do, then okay, I'll vape it at like 40 something 50 watts. But for my fucking the only atomizer that I vape at like 55 watts is the GT4, and that's completely set up in fucking direct lung. That's the only one that I have set up like that. But other than that, fucking when it comes to vape gear too, another thing is the fact that they come out with the fucking cheapest shit, cheapest Chinese products, and they'll bump the shit all the way up to like 150, over $100. It's like, why the fuck are you over $100 for? And you're made in fucking China. Get the fuck out of here.
Because people will pay it.
Like they have a clone of a Delro mod that I want to get. Oh, just because it has the DNA 60 chipset in it, they have it set over at over $100. It's literally at $119 plus whatever shipping and regular tax. Even if they put the Daico's chipset in, which they can't do anymore because Daico's out of business.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know, that's also gonna be over $100. Yeah, that's because you're more so of a mouth to lung vapor though, Cheryl. If you're vaping at 28 to 30 watts. I vape but like I said, my GT4 is the only one that I vape at 55 watts. That's a big ass atomizer.
I don't know. I just adjust the wattage till it feels good. I'm at a 0.45 and I'm vaping at 38 watts.
Yeah, I have to start with playing with that wire again. Yeah,
I
that
thought about
Bogan.
it the other day. I almost made a round wire just to taste it again.
I have a hex core fused Clapton coils from Mark that I completely forgot I had. So I've just been using that to make coils and shit like that.
Yeah, no, I got round wire. I got Clapton wire. I got, tricore. But I want to try round wire again just because.
Yeah, I made a coil for my father. I forgot what Adam. I think it was his dead rabbit. I forgot what atomizer it specifically was. It was for that I was doing a building for him. Fucking the shit ohmed out at right before I post the coil. The shit was ohming out at a 0.27.
I haven't vaped that low in a long time. Maybe a dual coil. Yeah.
And once I started posting it and shit like that, it got up to like a 0.3, either a 0.3 or a 0.32.
Oh, I used to like 0.15, somewhere around there.
Yeah, but I gotta keep my shit that low because that way I can vape at higher watts. I do what Mark said in one video. If you have a lower resistance coil, the higher the wattage. The higher the resistance coil, the lower the wattage.
Typically, yeah.
That's why personally I like vaping at higher wattage. That way I can feel the nicotine. I can feel that throat hit.
Yeah. No, ever since I went to single coil, I like the low wattage, thick vapor.
If it's weird, if I vape dual coil, that's it. Nope, that dual coil shit's not for me. It's not.
I don't mind dual coil, but single coil saves me a lot of battery, a lot of fucking juice.
That's another reason why I'm a big single coil person because of the fact that it's supposed to save a lot of battery, but especially since I'm constantly vaping at 35 watts. The battery and I'm constantly chain vaping. my battery is draining more and more. Now all my RTAs and RBAs, I do 85 watts unless I have only single coil. All my RTAs and RDAs, I do single coil. Except for the Rebirth. Rebirth is the only one that I've said in dual coil. Every other atomizer I have is the single. And Jim knows how I vape and what I like to vape because of the fact that him and I have spoken about this. That I have to find my niche of what I like to vape on. And you know what? Over the years, Jim's finally seen me settle into where I like.
Well,
Right,
just
Jim?
when you do a lot of other things I ain't going to talk about, but
Jim, save that for Zoom.
Oh shoot!
But fuck it, yeah, it took me. I'm not gonna lie though, Jim. You see me go from fucking disposable fucking vape shit like the Juul pod
Yeah.
systems and shit like that until you finally see me 3 years ago finally set into like fucking burrows and shit like that. And yes, I'll give people. I'll give credit where credit is due. There's one reviewer that we all know. I'm not gonna say his name because of the fact that I've learned my lesson the last time. You say when you do burrows, it does get very fucking messy because of the fact that you gotta take the RBA out of the fucking tank,
Yep.
and that's all fucking juicy as it is. So it's like okay,
Really not much different than RTA though.
right, but with the RTA, you're just playing with the outside of the fucking tank until you unscrew it and
That's
everything
true.
and disassemble it. Oof.
I guess it's all the same to me because one-handed, everything's a mess.
Oh yeah.
I just accept I'm going to get gooey, and I just do what I got to do and clean up.
Oh yeah. That's just me. Yeah, I have bags of fucking cotton just laying around because of the fact that I'm constantly rewicking to put a new flavor in. But then again, that's just me. That's my preference and shit like that. Because as you know from what you've seen, I've experienced vapor tongue way too many fucking times.
But there'll come a time you'll get like me. I'm just satisfied with. I got so much shit. I don't need anything new.
That's why I like where I'm at. I like, my specific juices that I like, and that's just it. I don't go back and forth to all these other different flavors. Like, oh yeah, like today I'm gonna vape on a drink. Oh, I'm gonna vape this. I'm gonna vape that. No, like I primarily vape desserty shit. Like everybody who knows me, including Stevie, knows I like my my pudding vapes because that's what I primarily go to.
You're just a big old pudding ball.
Now,
I guess that's better than being a pickleball. So
now, yes, I do drink my pumpkin spice shit. But would I fucking sit there and vape the shit? Hell no. And I was talking to Stevie about this last night. Shout out to Stevie, sponsor for the show. Um, would I vape on? So I've tried a Rice Krispie juice that he made. Would I vape on it? Would I vape on a Rice Krispie? No, that's just me. Would I eat a Rice Krispie? Yes. I told him, I said, I'm not sure if it was because of the fact that it didn't taste right to me because of the fact that, I had just cleaned my tank out, threw it in the ultrasonic cleaner the whole nine, or if it was from leftover juice. I don't know.
but you just didn't like that juice.
That's just personally me from what I was thinking now.
I mean, we
But
can sit down side by side in a restaurant, order the same damn thing, and both eat it, and one like it, one not.
right, that's why now, I'm when it comes when and I explained this to Stevie when it comes to his juice, I'm primarily all candy, all fucking like desserty shit, like banana pudding. And there's only one candy flavor that I do like from him. He knows about it. It's his Dubai chocolate. Now, when I vape Brett stuff, I'm all for the candy shit. You know, strawberry fucking pop rocks, strawberry sour bells. You know, all that good shit. That's just me.
He does
You
make a
know,
good candy, yeah.
that's just personally what I prefer if I'm vaping Brett's. You know, even and I just gave a good idea to Stevie for a new juice and shit like that. Well, two juices. One of them I can't disclose because of the fact that I spoke to him over the phone about it. And I forgot what the second juice was. But the first juice has to do with the pina colada. I'm gonna leave it at that. But
You like pina colada.
I was just thinking about that song earlier. Well, fucking, that's just the type of person, the type of style of vaping I like. I'm a heavy advocate for Boro users. Yeah, I'm a heavy advocate for Boro vapes. That style of vaping. Do I like to use RTAs and RDAs? Yes, when I'm home. But if I'm out and I'm not using anything else, I'm a big Boro guy.
I think burrows are a logical place to be vaping.
Exactly. If you're going out, Boros Apaches was the other way
Yeah.
to go.
Well, the only thing I don't like disposables. But forget the obvious. It's Chinese juice.
Right.
Uh, it's just a waste. There's just you use it and it's done.
Exactly.
I just don't like the waste.
Don't get
And
me wrong.
again, the Chinese juice, you don't know what's in that.
Right, but is it convenient for when you're out? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, the waste in the
But
fucking Chinese
like
juice.
you said, though, if you're running a pot or a burrow, it's the same thing essentially. It's just you get to change your juice and coil.
Exactly. Or if you're
But if you're
running.
a serious vapor, I see the burrows as a logical place to be.
Exactly, because in fact, with the Boro, like a billet box, you get to
Yeah.
run your own, one of the sub ohm coils, or you can run an RBA and you're perfectly fine. You
Because I
know,
won't lie, I didn't get it until I started using my first one.
yep.
And
And you love
now,
yours.
I use the sand all the time to put things all weather warm.
And you have
bottle
two
warm.
of them. You have two Boros, but you prefer one over the other.
Yeah, I like it. But I'm really digging that Sparrow tank.
Yep.
I really don't like RTAs, but that
Literally almost
Sparrow.
every week since you got it, you've been telling me how much you love it.
Yeah, I like it better than GT5.
I've yet to try the GT5. Even though it's practically the same as the GT4, you know, I still want to try it. That's on my bucket list to try.
I want to try the 4 too.
I have
But
the
I'm not going to buy one because, like I said, I don't really care for RTAs, and the Sparrow's awesome. So why would I buy another one?
right. Plus, you primarily go back to
No.
RDAs.
But my thing is, if I'm going to Mars with my brothers, I take the sand. If I'm home, I vape my Blaze. I really
Exactly.
like that Blaze single coil. I think Mike did a good job on that.
And that's what. And you were vaping on the sand your entire trip down here in New York.
Yeah, in fact, that's the only thing I use down there. Yeah.
Would I get another Boromon? Hell yeah, I would. Because it's more so like we both just agree on. It's the convenience of it. You get to, like you
Yeah.
just said, we could change our own juice in it. We could put it in. There's no waste except for a fucking plastic bottle, and that's just it.
Yeah, exactly.
But then again, it's also the hobby side of the shit.
That's why I say it's a logical place to be because if you're a serious vapor, you're into the hobby part too.
Yeah,
And that keeps you that keeps you doing stuff. There's always something to do. You can clean the tank, you gotta rewick it, you gotta recoil it.
right. And then let's not forget when you're going to buy your own juice and shit like that. In some states where you can have juice shipped to you. You could have it ordered from like Element and shit like that. But then again, at the same time, you have good people like Stevie Marquez who has a giant fucking list of fucking flavors. You could buy from him, you know, and that's just it, dude. I'm sitting on this 120 of fucking banana pudding and a 500 mil, and then I'm sitting on a 500 of a key lime cream pie.
It's a lot of juice.
Stevie's is all I vape on if I'm not vaping anybody else. And yet I'm a high advocate for hobbies vaping, Stevie's juice, you know.
Oh,
And
between
me,
Stevie and bread, I don't want for any other different flavors, but I vape mainly mine.
right, and then on top of that, the good thing is you meet amazing when you're in the vape community and you're on the hobby side of shit. You meet amazing people like yourself, like Cheryl, like Neil. You know, you meet all these amazing people and shit like that. You'll run into your traditional scammers and shit like that in the buy sell trade groups. You know, and that's just basically it. You know, it's just that's just the story of life. You can't really escape from that. Ugh. Anyways, you have any more content, Jim?
No, I could ramble all day.
But I do know I have to go continue to help my father with shit because it's
All
just
right,
his
well,
time.
yeah, go take care of that. It's more important.
So we figured we'd come on, do a 46, 47 minute show real quick. Next week, I do know it'll be back to like the whole hour mark and shit like that. Everybody stay tuned for that. Um, any final thoughts?
Don't be a dink, and if you can't not be a dink, don't stab anybody.
And if you are going to be a dick, like Jim always says, find yourself a Dylan and be a dick to a Dylan.
There you go. Good idea.
Later.